So the 5-star Grand Prix matches, they kicked off this weekend with Julia versus Hanan in a Blue Stars block matchup. I think we only have one Red Stars block matchup off the top of my head. But as I watch these matches, and as I watch Hanan, and as I see her evolve through this tournament, like her first 3 matches in this tournament, it is a completely other level from her first 3 matches from last year's tournament. It is a completely other level. She has grown so much, and she's not getting big wins or anything, but she's making you believe. The one thing Hanan does so well is be a natural baby face. That is what she does so well. She is one of the most natural baby faces in professional wrestling. So when she goes out there against someone like a Julia, they're going to take advantage of that. Her just surviving and putting up a fight against the strong women's champion, right? The dominating force in many ways of Stardom. It's a match like this that you could see the best of Hana, and she feels comfortable, much more comfortable now than she did last year. And to think where she'll be at the end of this tournament, it excites me. Like, it really does. I think it's going to be one of the best matchups we see by the end. One of the best matchups. Like, her schedule towards the end is pretty exciting. On the final day she has Mariah May. I think that'll be really good. But Momo Watanabe is one of her final matchups. That should really give her a chance to shine. I think the Azumi match will be an intriguing one. The Mina Shirakawa match, like, there's a lot of matches for her to grow with, and this was one of them. Julia is just so good at working against not the rookies, but the younger up and coming talent, because, like I said, she's a force. She's a dominant being who gets the best out of her competitors. And this was one of those times. I just thought it worked so well, and really kicked off the weekend, because when we get to the house shows or the non-Corkins, the non-big shows of the 5-star, you want to see who is going all out and who's just, I'm not going to say take a break, but who is making the most of it. And these 2 shows told me everyone is. They're going all out every single match. The tag matches beforehand, they may not be up to par as like some house shows over the past couple months, but it doesn't matter because this was very well done. Julia gets 2 points. Hana continues her winless start. Saori Anou versus Mariah May. I mean, what is there to say about Mariah May that I haven't said yet? Besides happy birthday, I'm recording on her birthday, so I do wish Mariah May a happy birthday. But this was arguably her best singles match in Stardom. Arguably her best overall performance in Stardom. She starts off the match with a fake handshake, then hits a brutal Saito suplex on to Saori Anou, and from there, it's go. Saori Anou is able to make this match incredibly uncomfortable by attacking the leg of Mariah May. Not only attacking the leg, but decimating the leg. Mariah May is screaming in agony, screaming in pain, and you're starting to really feel for her. And Saori Anou she has so many interesting ways of making that work, including pretty much a Walls of Jericho / Lion Tamer type look on the ropes. Mariah May went with a Stratisfaction. I don't know what she calls it off the top of my head, but it's when she goes for the handstand when they're on the top rope, getting the head scissors and pulling them off. And Saori just turned that into a crab and just, again, ripping on that leg. It was so good. It was so creative. This was one of my favorite matches of the weekend. This was probably my second favorite match of the weekend. It's this and Suzu versus Natsupoi that are tied. I just thought they did such a great job. Truly, like, they did a great job at making you care and making this match feel important. It's great. It was truly just such a great performance by both of them. The armbar submission that Saori was able to get on Mariah May to get the win. It's like an arm breaker, but she trapped the injured leg, so she just couldn't move. It was excellent. Go out of your way to see this match. It's one of my highly recommended ones of the past week, and I just think Saori New is on another level right now. And I think Mariah May through 2 matches, not too shabby. And we had the main event of that Saturday night show. It was Mirai versus Mina Shirakawa. It's the Wonder Stardom title match we never got, right? It's the match that we were hoping for. It's the match we wanted. And it's the match Tam Nakano took away from us. Don't you forget it. Tam Nakano took this away from us. I won't forget it because I watched them here and I said, would have been phenomenal. Mina Shirakawa, she's incredible this year. I've been called out many times for my disbelief in Mina once upon a time. She has made me eat those words and more this year, and I couldn't be happier about it. Uh her match here, I mean, she was in control. She was in control over the Wonder Stardom champion. She felt like the champion. And she's going all out in all her matches. She uses the 5-star in the past 2 years to improve. She doesn't need to improve anymore. Now she's just having matches where she can be the MVP of the tournament. This match was my match of the weekend. Mariah is sensational as always. She's just on another level right now. She is so creative with her offense. Sometimes it just turns into lariats, and that's all cool with me. But they were able to just trade back and forth, and towards the closing of the match, Mina just let loose. I said this in my Voices of Wrestling review. She started giving you like New Japan never open weight title match slaps towards the end. She just unloaded those slaps to Mariah's face. They were some of the most nasty slaps I've seen in Stardom. And we have Julian Tam. Julian Tam have some nasty slaps all the time, but these were stiff. These were hard hitting. Those had a determination behind them. And she hit the figure 4 leg lock Mina driver, whatever the hell it's called. There's a lot. I just know it ends with Mina. The figure 4 driver Mina, maybe, to get the win. She pins the Wonder Stardom champion, gets her first win in the tournament. Mariah moves to 0-2 in the tournament. Kind of a shock just because Mariah starting 0-2 is interesting, but I'm sure she'll start storming away as we get to the next match and beyond. But Mina's off to a hot start, and I have convinced myself that Mina Shirakawa winning this tournament would be one of the best decisions possible. If Utami Hayashishita wins the IWGP Women's Championship on August 13th at Stardom X Stardom, Mina Shirakawa is my top option to win this. Run back the Tam story. Let Mina get redemption at the end of the year and win the world title. Now, yes, she does have a Wonder Stardom Championship match if she wants it after beating Mariah. But if that's the decision we made and we want to go back to Mina, I don't see why not. Does Mina benefit from something with Saya Kamatani again? That'd be interesting. I don't know, but I've convinced myself that if Utami isn't winning this thing, I think Mina's my second favorite choice, and she's slowly becoming my first favorite every single day. Really great match here. They're just phenomenal. Now we go to Sunday. It was Mirai versus Hanan. This is a future rivalry in the making. I've talked about it a little bit. I talked about it last week on this show. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. These two are going to have a title match somewhere down the line, and maybe it's not this Mirai reign, because Hanan wasn't able to get the win here, but it's somewhere down the line. And like I was talking about with that Julian match, she's able to create, right? Hanan's able to create belief in her. She's able to make you think she can win. She's able to create this idea that Yeah, she's the underdog. Yeah, she's, natural babyface, but she can win any match. And she creates that without winning any match. If you listen to the crowd on these shows, they were kind of tough crowds this week. But when Hanan got near falls, they roared. And she got a great near fall here in this match before Mariah ultimately put an end to the match with two devastating lariats, including her jumping lariat. I love these two going head to head. I think they just have a great chemistry about them. I think they are incredibly talented. And I just wish that, not wish, but I just want to keep seeing them go head to head. That's how I feel. I think they have a great top tier match in them a few years down the road. Not a few years, maybe a few months, maybe a year. I don't know. I've lost the plot. Anyways, let's get to the main event of Sunday. It was Suzuki versus Natsupoi. I mean, of course it was great, but this the second year in a row, people, that I watch a Natsupoi match against one of my top two favorites. Last year was Mayu, and they go like sub 10 minutes, and I'm just sitting there like, why did it have to end? Why did it have to end so quickly? Clearly, Natsupoi is one of my favorites because I feel this only with her matches. But like, why did it have to end? They were doing so many great things as they do, and it just ended, and I was like, come on, like give me another 2 minutes. I'm not even asking for a time limit draw. Like, just give me another 2 minutes. They have a special title match in them that I know will happen. But just phenomenal, right? Just phenomenal. Like these two were just so good. It would have been my match of the weekend if they got 2 or 3 more minutes. Suzu's on another level. Natsupoi's on another level. This was, like I said, excellent. It was excellent for the 9 minutes that it went. Just an all-out sprint, hard hitting. Suzu's at the top of her game. Natsupoi's at the top of her game. Like I said, I can't praise it enough. She won with the straight jacket suplex. Just such a beautiful final couple minutes where they're just kicking each other in the head back and forth. I just love it so much, and I want to talk more about it, but there's only 9 minutes to talk about. Just watch it. Just go out of your way to watch it. Still nothing. My top 5 of the matches of the tournament are as follow. I'm going to be doing this after every weekend. This was inspired by my friends over at Stardom Quest. So thank you. They like to say your top 5 matches of the week. So let's get to it. My top 5 matches of the tournament remain as followed. We do have a match joining them, though, as it is. Number 5, Mirai versus Momo Watanabe. I think that just was such a great match on the opening night. Number 4 is Mirai versus Mina Shirakawa. So we did get a match from this weekend climbing into that top 5, climbing into that 4 spot. I thought it was great, and I know they have a great title match in them. Yeah, see, I'm just trying to pitch all these title matches. They all need to happen. My third favorite match so far in this tournament was Mayu Iwatani versus Suzuki from the opening night. My second favorite, and a very close second favorite, was Julia versus Saori Anou, just an all-out brawl. And of course, number 1 is Shuri versus Suzuki.